Good morning, guys. It's April the 15th. I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group. I'm just going to run through again what we're looking for in the markets today. So let's start with the euro dollar. I'm just looking at the daily chart currently, and actually I've got this on a bit of a trend line. If you just take the last three swings, I've got this perfectly, well, it kind of rejected it and closed back above it yesterday. The one thing we have done now is close below that 21 moving average as well. So this is kind of in the middle for me about where this is going to go. Below the 60-minute charts, as you can see, we kind of hit the D, ran straight over to the 127, and we haven't had a pullback. So maybe we do get back towards 113, 113.20, and that is the pullback that then we get, and then it potentially goes higher than here. So what I'm probably going to wait for is there's two things you can do. You could put a conservative angle line in, so you could either put something like this in. So the last time it broke, you could say that it broke on this angle, and nicely retested there. So what you could do, you could put that line in, see when we're potentially going to, we're certain that we're going to go higher. So if we just replicate this line and bang it onto the top here, we could say that when this line's broken, I mean, it's quite far away, so I probably wouldn't go with this, that we're going to go through there. Or one thing you could do is say that that was an active session. So what I'd say is potentially that we've gone through it now, and that we've broken this, and we're just looking for some support around here before we then push higher. And I think off yesterday's bar, I'd probably say that euro could be a good buy today, especially if you manage to get it down towards 112.30 to buy it back up towards 113.20. So I'm going to probably be looking for the long side in euro dollar today. I think it makes sense, at least back up to 113.20, and it could actually go higher than that. So that's what I'm probably going to be looking for in the euro today. So let's have a look at cable. So cable, I've just got my weekly charts loaded. Let's have a quick look at the days. How did we close yesterday? Okay, so rejection from the lows yesterday, but this for me could just be a continuation bar, continuation candle on the short side. So we just stopped at this trend line, as you can see. So we're just currently on this trend line here. So I just did the fibs back up again just to see where we could get to, but let's just take these off for the time being. So we're back at the 38. When it hits a D like this, I like to see it pull back. So I like the fact this has happened now. So what I could just do, I'm going to turn these fibs off for the time being, and put this, get rid of that one, and put this fib in. Let's see what happens. Let's see where it leads us to. So we're down at the 127.786. Right, 142 remains a great area to sell this, guys. If it gets back up there, I'll certainly be looking to sell some. I think that makes a lot of sense for cable. Kind of just drifted through. We're still on this trend line, and I'm going to wait to see whether we just go through here, because I still think we could still make a higher low than this here. Sorry, a lower high than here, and then we just roll over again. So I think 142 is a great zone. If you manage to get up there, I think that's a great sell zone. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in cable, and that's high probability we come off if we get there. Dollar yen. So dollar yen closed. How did that close on the day? Right, okay, indecision at the 8 EMA that we talked about. So I'm not a massive fan of this. I think this could just go sideways again, or maybe actually come off. I'm not really sure there's going to be a rally. I think if you manage to push up towards 110, I think that's a great sell zone, and I'll probably sell some at 110. I've got a zone marked out for 110 sell. It makes sense, and on the 15-minute, we went through there, did a high low through the highs, and then we just drifted back and went again. So yeah, I like that one potentially just up to 110 and then a sell. I think for dollar yen, I think that's probably the most likely scenario in that one. Let's have a look at this one. Let's have a look at dollar CAD. So dollar CAD cleared the lows, rejection from the highs yesterday. Let's have a look at what it's saying. So we've just kind of drifted through here. We're just kind of holding around here at the moment. So these fibs have been taken out multiple times on the top side. So if you just put the top side in, I'll show you. So we're currently on this fib, so we've pulled back to the in between the 786 and the 618, and so the target remains somewhere in between here. So I'm looking up towards 129, and I've got a bit of a level at 129. So I'm just going to see. I've got 129.50 as a key level, but I think this just goes sideways. I don't think this has made its mind up yet which way it wants to go. And actually, the weakness showed in it yesterday potentially shows me that we could actually go higher, and we could actually go lower now. Rejected off the daily trend line, and so dollar CAD could actually come off today potentially. But that's not the clearest one. I'm not going to play that today, I don't think. Okay, so Aussie, great rejection on the week from the lows, and it looks like it just wants to continue on up now. So let's see where we are in terms of the fibs. So the fibs are saying that we are, so we just hit it, that's not right. Get rid of that. So we're just here, we pull back to 38. We've had the first push up to the 127, and I think now you can have another crack at 78. I think this is the next level up. So we've got 77.50 as a key zone to watch out for, guys. So just be careful. If it gets up there, I think that's probably still remains quite a good sell zone, and I'd be worried if it got up there too quickly. So I'm going to be looking for 77.50 as a potential sell zone remains a good area for me. So just be careful of Aussie. Other than that, if it goes through 77.50, I think there's there's a lot of clear space and all the way up. So I think 77.50 has got to be the zone. It's the daily 127 without a pullback as well. So they're often really good zones. Obviously, you could spike through. Kiwis held on this trend line again. This is the key trend line to have in for this one, guys. So just be wary of that one. We've had the first push, it failed to go even to the 100, and then we've just pushed up. So actually, this one could now continue on up. So let's see whether that happens. This could just be a straight break of this one now, and we continue trading up. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens in Kiwi. I'm not that interested in playing it from here. I don't think the probability is with you for trading this one at the moment, so I'm just going to probably leave this one alone today. So Kiwi dollar's probably off my radar for today. And so that's the wrap, guys. I think Euro, potentially we could have a rally in the Euro today. Cable is holding nice on this trend line, so we could see this maybe push up, and I think 142 is a great area to sell that. Dollar yen looks like 110 is. Dollar CAD I think just is indecision at the moment. Aussie I think 77.50 is a good area to sell, and the Kiwi I just think is kind of muddled at the moment. I don't think that knows where it wants to go either. So very bearish day yesterday, and we've kind of just rallied through the night to kind of change that opinion. Okay guys, I hope that's been useful. As I said, I'll be back on Monday with the next market video update. So I hope that's been useful for this week. Click subscribe to never miss a video again, and happy trading. Thanks very much.